Yo, what is good, everybody? My name is the Coaster King, and today I'm doing the top 10 roller coasters at Six Flags Great America. I'm not sure if you guys saw my video ranking the Six Flags parks, but I do think this park is right up there, slightly worse than Six Flags Magic Mountain for having the best roller coaster lineup in the Six Flags chain. So definitely gonna be interesting to rank all of their rides and see how they rank within each other. Kicking off for list number 10 is the Joker. Obviously, this is a 4D free spin. I'm sure just about everybody who's watched this video has been on one of these. They're just okay. Um, they're all pretty similar, and there's not really anything that differentiates one from another. So if you've been on one of them, this is pretty much the same thing. Usually if you get like a really unbalanced car, you can spin a little bit, but yeah, it's just not that great of a ride. Definitely a good supporting cast coaster. No complaints really like for that matter, but I just don't think that it can really be seen as an elite coaster by any means. So yeah, moving on to number nine is going to be Viper, their wooden coaster. Interesting enough, this is a clone of Coney Island Cyclone. I'm sure everybody knows that, and is the only coaster to be manufactured by Six Flags. So if that doesn't say anything about the smoothness of this ride, I don't know what does. Um, this is a rougher ride, not the best ride in the park, but does have an old feel to it, and is a decently fun attraction. It is a little rough. You're not going to get too much airtime. You're not going to be going too intense of a coaster, but once again, just as Joker, it's like a good supporting cast coaster that really adds to the lineup and makes it whole. Um, so I think that this is, a good addition to the park, and I really, really am happy to say that this is in the park. Number eight is gonna be Vertical Velocity. This is a launch coaster, and it really was the only launch coaster in the park until Maxx Force was made, and it just filled that lineup for a while, but really doesn't do too much for me. These kind of rides are all over the world, and they're just not that intense. They're obviously very short, so something that once again just adds to their lineup, makes it more complete, and completes their coaster lineup. Number seven is going to be American Eagle. They're dueling Woody. This coaster has historical meaning to it. It's an older ride, and it is rumored to be getting the RMC treatment in the near future. RMC, please treat it, but whatever. American Eagle's a decent ride, very rough. Has a very bad reputation for being rough, which I can see why. But other than that, it doesn't really give you too much airtime. It's a decently fun attraction just because of its historical significance and everything and how old it is. So it's pretty cool to go on it. But just supporting their coasters and really rounding out their lineup. Here's where I think they get into coasters that actually make up the bulk of their lineup and make it decent, and it becomes less of a supporting cast. Superman at number six. Um, this one and the next one I'm going to talk about really are right next to each other for me. Superman is another one that's cloned all over the place. I'm sure if you guys have been on one of those, you know how this really runs. And it's just a decent ride. Superman, the clones are decently fun. They're not gonna like nothing to write home about, but definitely a fun ride. A GP magnet, let me tell you that. These rides always have long lines, so decent ride, good supporting cast coaster, and kind of go along with that is number five with Batman. I do like this ride a lot. I really do. I've been on a ton of clones with them, so I'm sure everybody else has too. Nothing really original about this one. I did find it a little smoother than one at Great Adventure, but that might have been just one ride that I had a lucky ride, I guess. So other than that, just an average ride. Really kind of filling up their lineup and making it getting that coaster count up. Now we're getting into the elite coaster of the park. We got X Flight at number four, the only wing coaster in the Six Flags chain. This ride is decently fun. You do definitely get a little rattle, especially if you're sitting on the outside seats. This is like the last B&M major B&M coaster that got installed to a Six Flags park, so that's kind of interesting to know. But just a decent ride. Wing coasters, I have not been on too many, so I don't have too much to compare it to. But I do like this ride. I didn't mind it at all. I did find it to be a little forceless. I wish it was a little more intense. But other than that, it was a fun ride. Good coaster to really make up their lineup and make it stand out from other Six Flags parks, because once again, no other one has this. Number three, we got their new roller coaster, Maxx Force, their launch coaster. So it's going to be a very fun ride. Obviously, we all know, we've seen the POVs. It's short. It's just not that long of a ride compared to some of the other ones in the park. So that definitely hurts it. But other than that, it is a very fun ride. It is intense for a while it lasts. You get good air time, good hang time. Definitely a fun ride. But once again, that length does kill it. I wish it was a little longer, and that would really make it an amazing ride. I feel like this kind of puts it in the Six Flags chain, like makes it where it is, because if you compare it to park like Six Flags Magic Mountain, they have full throttle. This is kind of the ride that can compare to that. Look at like a Six Flags Great Adventure. I'd rank this just about where I rank Kina Ka. So it kind of gave them that one ride that compares with those kind of things. They're intense launch coaster. So I definitely like that addition a lot. Um, Definitely happy that they threw that in there. And here at number two, we're gonna put Raging Bull, their hypercoaster. Raging Bull is honestly an average hypercoaster. Nothing too crazy about it. It's not like a Goliath at over Georgia. But definitely an average B&M hypercoaster is an awesome ride still. You gotta love it. You gotta put it in your top 50. I would think everyone has it in the top 50. I have it in my top 25. So definitely an awesome ride that a lot of people want to go on, and I can see why. This is definitely a GP magnet, just as all B&M hypers really are. And one of the best coasters in the park, and obviously it's number two in the park, and really makes it stand out from other parks in the chain. Number one is going to be Goliath, their RMC coaster. Um, I really don't have too many words to describe this with. It's if you've been on a bunch of RMCs, just about average. It's like a middle of the road RMC, but once again, like the B&M Hyper before, a middle of the road RMC is an awesome ride. So Goliath is an awesome ride. Definitely elite coaster in the world. Definitely like a must ride for anybody who comes to the park, of course, and a bucket list coaster for pretty much anybody who hasn't been to the park. Um, I really do like this ride a lot. A lot of people don't like it that much, but I do find it to be very thrilling. I definitely love the ride a lot. So that's why I have it here number one, and I think this ride is really what makes up the bulk of their lineup and makes it, you know, as good as it is. That's me it. Let me know in the comment section what you guys thought about these top 10. Um, I'll see you guys next time. Let me also know what you guys think about future videos and stuff like that. See you.